Setting limitations will make you a better artist. I'm your host, Eli Maxson. This is episode 13 of Illustrator Diaries, and this is something that I can speak to as I've been consistent with this YouTube channel. And a major part of that is a system that I've developed that isn't too overwhelming for me. I only use two markers, two alcohol-based markers. They're two different shades of gray, and I use a Staedtler 0.3 pen. I actually need to get a new one to make my pictures, and I find that it makes me a better artist in the sense that I create my work with deeper intention. If you were to see how I went about making artwork 2 or 3 years ago, I wasn't as consistent, and that was due to the fact that I didn't really have a cohesive and intentional system in place to do my work. There was this thread post that I saw the other day, and I'm going to paraphrase it, but it was saying the cheat code or hack to being an adult is having a system, having systems. Financially, we need to record what it is that we may owe in bills annually, monthly, whatever. We have to track, our, dieting or nutritional health. And this is actually something I'm experiencing in real time with me and my spouse. And of course, as creatives, we need to track how to have a cohesive and fluid body of work. So this is something that I want to challenge you all to kind of think about when it comes to approaching the craft, and use my work as an example. Today's reference is me when I was probably on the cusp of being, I didn't have any teeth in this, and this was taken in 2000, so I was definitely a couple months old. How many months? I'd probably have to go and ask my parents, but comparatively to my son, I probably would say probably like 2-3 months. I don't know. Probably a little bigger than that. But it's very important to have a system set in place, because it just has you to think less about what it is that you have to do, and you can kind of get more into what people like to call the flow state creatively. There's days that I don't feel like doing artwork, but I know that it needs to be done. And I also like to stay ahead of schedule when it comes to things. For instance, like I'm recording at my day job a couple minutes before I need to go in, and the reason as to why I come to my day job a little earlier than usual is because I like to get this stuff recorded, as I have a 1-year-old son who is in need of my assistance when I come home. And really it's more so my wife in need of my assistance, because he's running rampant, but that's how I should have worded that. The reason I like to share personal photos as part of like my system, or just things that happen to interest me or that I'm connected to, is because I can speak more authentically to them. So back to the point of using my work as somewhat of a launching pad or template for your work. Find things that you're interested in genuinely, things that you may be connected to. It may be old photos, it may be some type of antique, something super niche, something that people don't really draw that much, or if they do draw it, they're not marketing it the way that you probably could be on your channel. And just look at it from a lens of, hey, this is my portfolio, and I'm able to speak to what it is that I'm creating. I said this on a previous video, but the reason as to why I find it important to not only create work and document it, but also speak to it, is because you control the narrative. And it's a beautiful thing when you get to see the work culminate through time. And like I said, this is episode 13, and I already see the beauty in the fact that I started. there were seasons and times where I overplanned and, I never got any work done. But with this channel, I just learned to kind of jump in and do the work. And having those systems help to limit you from overthinking because you have this particular regimen. And I'll say this last point real quick is if you remember going to school, if you're still in school, we have schedules, we have assignments, we have tests, we have homework. Think of your craft in the same way. So it may be a particular project that you're working on. I'm working on 2 projects right now. This, which is Illustrator Diaries, and a sticky note project that I'm going to showcase in the coming future. Also studying coding so that I can have a website and a blog post and newsletter set up for you all, just to kind of get you all more engaged and equipped creatively. So be on the lookout for that. That's really going to be something that I happen to implement later in the year because I'm actually studying coding right now. But I just felt necessary. I felt it necessary to drop this video as I know what it's like to overthink. I know what it's like to not step into a project because you're too in your head and you feel that you need to get better. Sometimes getting better is showcasing the journey. So, I'm your host, Eli Maxon. This has been episode 13. Let me know your thoughts. Do you have a system? If you don't, pick one thing that you're interested in, drop it in the comments section, and maybe some people can also help to encourage you to implement certain steps to get that work out there, right? But yeah, look forward to seeing you all next time. I'm out.